Oh, it's been a testing week as a Forest fan. It really has. Still one more thing we need to do, and that's discuss the match this Saturday as Manchester City come to the City ground. Welcome to your match preview for Forest against Man City. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to your match preview for the small story, the small case of Manchester City coming to Nottingham Forest. Wow, it's been a tough week. It's been a tough week, guys. If you are still with us, thank you for still being around. Let me know by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit that join button. I'm just talking, and all I'm thinking about in my head is wood. No, not like that. Anyway, let's not talk about Chris Wood yet. Let's talk about this game. So, small matter of the league leaders coming to the City ground, and Forest is still undefeated at the City ground since when we played Fulham back when that was Chris Wood. Fuck. Anyway, we're here to talk about the game. Let's refocus. Let's bring some positive vibes, because it's another upset. I can't even say it with a straight face. Is another upset coming? I don't know. This is football. Look, at the end of the day, joking aside, right? There's always a result. There's always a result that shocks the footballing world. Do you guys think this is the weekend for it? I don't know where I sit on this one. I'll be straight with you guys. Like, I have these odd moments in the day. It must be a bit like the odd moments the recruitment team has at Nottingham Forest when they decided to agree on that Chris Wood signing. There you go, I mentioned him. Where I just think, maybe. And then I feel like I get a proverbial slap in the face as I'm reminded about how good Man City are right now, how much they're firing, and how they tonked us at their place 6-0. Now, I know everyone's going to say, it's a different time. We were a different team back then. Yeah, so we're Man City, and they're looking quite hot right now. I ain't going to lie to you guys. This could be ugly. This could be ugly. But every now and again, I just get that little grain of sand of hope that makes me think maybe low block our way to a draw, low block our way to a random 1-0 up. You know what would be really good? And I don't know what you guys think, right? But it would be really nice for a player to be sent off against us. Now that I've said that, we're probably going to get the red card. But I'm struggling to think, has there been a red card against Forest this year? I can't think of one. I may be wrong. But maybe that's what we're going to need. Man City down to 10, maybe 9 players, and we may be able to low block our way to a draw. You never know. Maybe Felipe can get into Grealish's head or whoever's playing for Man City and get them sent off. That would be the strategy I'd use for this one. But is that going to happen? Probably not. Look, in today's video, we'll go through my predicted lineup, the lineup I would like to see, and what I think the score will be. Get your scores down in the comments below. I'll be straight with you, speaking off the off. I'm quite happy to see you guys in the comments kind of critique and give me your lineups and everything. I'm going to tell you straight, yeah, whatever players we pick, whatever formation you go with, whatever you decide, yeah, there's a good chance that team will get tonked. The team that I'll show you in a minute is going to get tonked, or the team of 22 players against this Man City team could get tonked. So let's agree on that whatever team we go for, there's a chance there could be a good slapping coming our way. Anyway, let's get into it. I mean, have I set the scene? Have I made it positive enough for you guys? Don't know. I've set the scene though. Let's jump in and have a look at what I think Cooper's going to go with in the game tomorrow. All right, so let's have a look at the team and the formation that we're going to go with, in my opinion. Well, that I think Cooper's going to go with. And I have put it, normally I'd line it up in like a, 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 or whatever. But I think this is the formation that Cooper will go with. I have no idea what you would call it. 5, 6, 7, 2, 1. I don't know. But honestly, I'm not even joking. I think that's how we're going to line up. We're going to absolutely pack the middle of the park. I mean, it's going to be a red bus attempt from Forest. You're going to have Navas in goal. The back four is going to pick itself due to injuries. So, unfortunately, Worrell will probably make an appearance. That already puts us half a man down in defense. Then I think what you're going to have is Shelvey and Freuler sitting in front of the defenders, and then Danilo used as potentially that box-to-box player. Now, that could be Scarpa, but I'd probably guess that he will go with Danilo just to put some legs and energy in there. I think Mangala will be dropped for this one. And then you got Gibbs White literally playing probably at the halfway line, and then Wood just seems to follow him around. You know the irony, if Wood is dropped tomorrow, this is just a side topic here. If Wood is dropped tomorrow, then something really shady is going on with that deal, because they've played the 3 matches to buy him, and then they drop. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I still think Wood will play. Personally, I'd rather just slap Dennis up front until Iwoni's back. And then Jono will be just drifting out to the right-hand side. I honestly think, I kind of laughed at it when I drew this up, but I kind of think that will be the formation. Maybe some of the personnel in midfield will be slightly different. What we do know for sure is that obviously Bolly and McKenna are out. We know that Henderson's still out. I mean, I could sit here and go on all day, but you've got the likes of Yates, who Cooper said won't be back for this game. Lingard is just probably on TikTok somewhere. And then, you know, the rest of them, you could put Mangala in for Danilo. You could put in RU for Wood. You could put Dennis in for Wood. Scarpa could come in for Wood. I mean, Wood being on the pitch is... Anyway, I'm not going down that road right now. But I think that's what the formation will be. Is that the formation I would play? No, not really. But honestly, in this case, as I said earlier on, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. This is going to be even the most low blocky football attempt you have ever seen in your life. If you thought we've been playing low block football over these last 4 months, as the song goes, you ain't seen nothing yet. There is going to be low block on the low block of the low block. That's how low blocky it's going to be. Now, Man City are used to playing against low block football. They do it week in, week out. Unless they're playing like an Arsenal or something, and you know they will dominate possession. They're used to it. They're used to it. For me, I know it sounds crazy, but if you want to and you seriously are contemplating getting something out of the Man City game, then you're going to have to change the style of football because they're so used to it. This is bread and butter for them. They will just pass it around over and over again until they knock you out, force a mistake, get in behind on the wings or what have you, and they will score a goal. With Haaland playing, I mean, I was there and I saw how devastating he was against us earlier in the season. So I don't know. Look, it's literally park the bus, Sam Allardyce tactics incoming. I mean, it's been our tactics, as I just mentioned, for the last 4 months. You can argue it has worked, but this one, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know I hate the saying a free hit and what have you. We're going to get plenty of free hitting against us, man. It's going to be shot after shot. Possession, we're usually in the 30s. I wouldn't be surprised to see that sinking into the 20s at home. The only real chance we have are you guys. You go into the match, getting behind the team, and really driving them forward. Man City can have an off day, but even on their off day, they're probably 10 times better than us. At least. And I'm just talking straight here. The only way I see this working is if we block out the middle of the park and really press them, because what you'll find is their defense always plays a high line. They always will be in and around the halfway line. Now, if they play Laporte and say Diaz, for example, it could be Ake, they ain't lightning quick. They play really high up and balls in behind could work. The only problem is if it's Wood who's chasing in on those balls, then we're in trouble. What we really need to see, and I can't believe I'm saying this, is Wood playing in and around the halfway line and then allowing the likes of MG Dub and Jono to break. So maybe he can flick on the ball from a punt up from Navas or play a ball in around the corner. I know I'm asking a lot of him, but that's potentially what could happen. And that would be the only way it works. The other way, the thing that's unlocked Man City this season where they've struggled is when teams have had a go at them and pressed them and really not given them that chance and the freedom to play how they want to play. It is quite predictable, their playing style. But because they are so good, people just tend to just hope that they can sit it out and pray for a 0-0. And a 0-0 is probably the best we're going to get. But that's the team I think that Cooper will go with. I just think maybe the midfield will be slightly different. Personally, for me, I'd probably rest Gibbs White in this game because I don't think he's fully match fit. I feel he's been rushed back in a bit. In a game like this where his magic, even if he magics a goal from his one defeat, it's probably not going to be enough to gain a point from it. So I'll probably rest him and just chuck Scarpa in there, get him a little bit of match fitness. You kind of treat this as a training game. You really do. And hope you can blood in some players, maybe some of them who are getting back to fitness, etc. Now, I do feel we're going to see a surprise on the bench. I don't know if it's going to be a Niakate or an Owoni on the bench. I just feel like something like that is brewing because I know they're saying to us that Niakate is only doing non-contact training and all this crap, but I just don't believe what they tell us anymore. And I feel that potentially one of the injuries is close to coming back. I just feel like a little spurt and a little, uplift for the fans. You may see one of them on the bench. And, if at 70 minutes in, we're 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down, whatever it might be, then I'll probably expect them to get a 20-minute run out just to feel the grass under their boots again kind of thing. So, look, would I go with this team? No. Does it matter that I wouldn't? No, because any 11 here and you're potentially in for a spanking. There's not much else to really say about it apart from, you've probably all watched Man City. You've probably all watched their style of play. The only place they're weak in currently is at left back. And for us to really expose that, it's going to need to be Jono, who is kind of Bernardo Silva, who's been playing this weird left back / left winger position. They don't really need a back four, do they? They've got so much talent going forward. But potentially, that's where we can unlock the door. If those balls do accurately find Johnson in behind where he can run into the space, maybe we have a shot. Now I'm talking myself. I'm having that deluded moment again. But the other thing that makes me deluded sometimes is the thought of our defense. Now, ignore Worrell for a minute, but have a look at that left-hand side where you've got Lode and Felipe and you've got Navas in goal. And Aurier, if Aurier plays like the Aurier we've had and not the Spurs Aurier, then you're looking at a solid 4 out of 5 at that back four. With Lodi, Felipe, Navas used to games like this in the Champions League, in La Liga, etc. They're quite used to this. It's just what happens in front of them. And maybe Shelby can get his foot on the ball, find a few passes. The battle isn't going to be the defensive one. It's going to be the midfield one. Can we be brave enough? Do we have the balls enough to stand up to Man City at the City Ground and really make them work for a win? That's really all I want to see. I don't want to see the performance that I witnessed when I went to their stadium in Manchester. I don't want to see the performance when I went to the Emirates for the Arsenal game, because they were just both like rabbit in headlights, bend over, take your punishment and move on. What I want to see in this is a battle, a fight, at least show that we understand that we belong here, that we are Premier League, that we have the ability to fight and really push on it. And for me, that's our best chance. But am I deluded? I don't know. I just feel like, could there not be an upset? Nah, it's not going to happen. Here's my prediction. I think it's at least 3-0. Anything under 3-0, you take it, you run. At the moment, for me, this game is about keeping our goal difference a little respectable. We're already in the 20s. There's only a couple of other teams in there. Goal difference does count for 1 point. If we come out of this with a 1 or a 2-0 loss, you take your medicine and you move on. You move on to shitty West Ham. So, get your predictions in, guys. I'm not confident. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is the random result, because we've had such a crappy week with the talks of Wood signing, with having to face Man City, with the talks of Steve Cook coming back. We need this. And maybe, just maybe, that little inner child in me could be right for once. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Get your score predictions in. And we'll see you for the watch along tomorrow. Come on, you Reds.